Today, we're going to explore the art of keeping your brain sharp, focused, and resilient through the years. You may have heard people say that getting older means your mind starts to slow down, but here's the truth. You can't stop the years, but you can absolutely outsmart them. In this video, we'll uncover simple habits, nourishing foods, and powerful activities that you can integrate into your daily life to keep your mind clear, your memory sharp, and your focus as strong as ever. This isn't about staying young. It's about staying sharp and empowered. So, let's begin this journey together. Because your mind isn't fading, it's evolving. As we grow older, there's a certain wisdom that comes with age. We've learned from experiences, faced challenges, and gathered knowledge that makes us more capable of handling life's ups and downs. But there's one area of life that many people believe inevitably declines as the years go on: our brain. We've all heard it. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, or the older we get, the slower our minds become. Well, I'm here to tell you that this doesn't have to be the case. In fact, I'm about to show you that, just like a muscle, your brain has a capacity to get stronger with age if you treat it right. So, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like your mind isn't as sharp as it once was? Maybe you've forgotten something simple, like where you put your keys, or you've had trouble recalling a name that should be familiar. Maybe you've noticed that your reaction time is a little slower, or that it takes a bit longer to focus on a task. These are the things people often associate with aging, and while they're natural, they don't have to be the final word on your brain's health. It's true that, as we get older, our brains undergo changes. We might not be able to recall things as quickly or access information as easily as we once did. But here's something important. Those changes are not signs of something going wrong. In fact, they're signs of something natural. Our brains evolve and adapt as we age. What's really critical is how we care for our minds and what we feed them. Because, yes, you may not be able to stop the years from passing, but you can outsmart them. You can work with your brain to help it evolve, stay sharp, and grow even more powerful. The goal is to keep your mind vibrant, engaged, and sharp. Not to chase after a fleeting sense of youth, but to tap into the sharpness, clarity, and wisdom that naturally comes with age. In this video, I'll walk you through practical ways to do just that. Over the next hour, you'll learn habits, foods, and activities that will help boost your memory, protect your mental clarity, and keep your focus intact. I'm going to guide you through simple, everyday actions that can be incredibly powerful for your brain's health. These aren't quick fixes or fleeting tricks. They're lifestyle changes that you can embrace at any age to nurture a healthier, sharper mind for the years to come. Think about it for a moment. Every day, we're exposed to a world of distractions, noise, and stress. It's easy for our brains to feel overwhelmed. And while it's normal for our memory to slow down a little with age, what's important is that we don't let this slow down turn into something permanent. You don't have to accept the idea that your mental capacity is doomed to decline. No one says that the body has to slow down or weaken as we age. Why should the brain be any different? Your brain is just like any other muscle in your body. If you work it, challenge it, and give it the right fuel, it will respond by getting stronger, sharper, and more efficient. Now, let me clarify something right off the bat. This isn't about denying reality. Yes, as we get older, there are certain changes that naturally come with the territory. It's perfectly normal for things like memory recall to take a little more effort. But here's where the difference lies. This doesn't mean your brain is failing. It simply means you're evolving, and with that evolution, you get to decide how to respond to those changes. Will you fall victim to fear and worry, or will you embrace the opportunity to strengthen your mind even further? The truth is, age doesn't have to equal cognitive decline. As we age, the brain undergoes something called neuroplasticity. This is your brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. The older you get, the more this capacity can work in your favor if you encourage it. Just like physical strength, mental strength is something that can be built up with the right actions and the right mindset. In fact, I want you to start thinking about your brain as an asset that you can continue to improve. You got the wisdom of the years, And now you've got the knowledge of how to keep your brain at its best. Throughout this video, I'm going to share with you tools and strategies that are both scientifically backed and practical for anyone aged 50 and beyond. We'll talk about brain-healthy foods, memory-boosting activities, daily habits that promote mental clarity, and even how to stay emotionally healthy. Because emotional wellness is just as crucial to brain health as anything else. But I want you to keep one thing in mind. None of this is about making you feel like you're missing out on something or that you have to drastically change your life overnight. This is about small, consistent changes, one thing at a time, that you can incorporate into your life to help your mind stay sharp, focused, and resilient. When we talk about keeping our brains sharp, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the thought of memorizing 1,000 new tips or taking on complicated routines. But here's the key. It's the small, everyday actions that really add up. It's about making smart, simple choices in how you live, what you eat, and how you interact with the world around you. When you give your brain the right kind of attention, it will reward you with better focus, clearer thoughts, and more vivid memories. And here's the good news. You don't need to be a neuroscientist or spend hours a day on brain exercises to keep your mind sharp. I'll show you exactly how small shifts in your diet, sleep, exercise, and even your social life can have a huge impact on your mental clarity and long-term brain health. Let's talk about some of the most important aspects of brain health that we'll dive into during this video. First up, the food you eat. You've heard the expression, you're what you eat, right? Well, when it comes to your brain, it couldn't be more true. What you fuel your body with directly impacts your mental performance. The right foods will provide your brain with the nutrients it needs to stay sharp, while the wrong ones can leave you feeling sluggish, foggy, and disconnected. And it's not just food, it's the habits you build into your daily routine. Exercise, sleep, stress management, and learning new things are all crucial for maintaining brain health. I'll walk you through each one and explain how these activities can enhance your cognitive function and protect against memory loss. Whether you're looking to improve focus, manage stress, or just stay sharp in your daily life, I got strategies that can fit right into your lifestyle. Finally, we'll talk about emotional wellness and the importance of maintaining social connections. Many people don't realize just how deeply loneliness and isolation can affect your brain. Staying socially engaged and finding purpose in your life as you age is essential for mental clarity and overall well-being. Your brain needs social interaction to stay healthy. When you connect with others, share ideas, laugh, and engage in meaningful conversations, you're strengthening the pathways in your brain that are critical for memory and cognitive function. This video isn't just about avoiding cognitive decline. It's about thriving mentally as you age. As you go through these strategies, I want you to remember that you don't need to fear the natural aging process. Instead, you can work in harmony with your brain, supporting it with the right nourishment, habits, and mindset to help it perform at its best for many years to come. This is your time. You've got a lifetime of experience, and now you've got the knowledge to continue strengthening your mind, just as you've strengthened your body over the years. By the end of this video, I want you to feel empowered, not fearful about aging. You're not losing your mind. You're growing it. It's a beautiful thing, and you're just getting started. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive in. Let's make sure your mind thrives as much as your life has. As we age, the brain undergoes natural changes that can be both subtle and noticeable. Understanding these changes is key to making sense of what's happening inside your head and what you can do about it. When we talk about the aging brain, the first thing to keep in mind is that it's not a process of sudden decline or dramatic shifts. It's gradual, it's natural, and in many ways, it's something we can influence. Your brain isn't losing its power. It's adjusting, evolving, and sometimes shifting its focus. One of the most common things people experience as they get older is slower recall. You might notice that it takes you a bit longer to access the name of a person, a specific event, or even where you left your glasses. This can be frustrating, especially when you were once able to remember these things instantly. But slow recall doesn't necessarily mean you're losing your memory or that something is going wrong. The truth is, we all experience a decrease in processing speed as we age. This means it might take a few more seconds to access information, but once it's there, your mind is still sharp. This slower recall is something called age-related cognitive slowing, and it happens as our brains become less efficient at retrieving information. It's important to note that while this may be more noticeable in the later years of life, it's a normal part of the aging process. Think of it like a car engine. As the car ages, it might not start as quickly or accelerate as fast, but it's still running, still capable of taking you where you need to go. The same is true for your brain. You might need a little more time to recall a memory, but your wisdom, experiences, and the richness of your knowledge are all still there, ready to be tapped into. There's another thing that tends to change with age: the brain's ability to multitask. As younger people, we might have been able to juggle multiple things at once, answering emails, talking on the phone, and keeping track of various tasks simultaneously. But as we age, this ability to juggle tasks can decline, and focusing on one task at a time may become more challenging. This isn't a sign of cognitive failure. It's a natural adaptation. Our brains are simply becoming more selective about where to focus attention. In fact, focusing on one thing at a time can be incredibly beneficial because it allows you to be more present, more engaged, and more effective in the moment. The good news is that while certain cognitive functions may slow down with age, other aspects of the brain improve. As you age, you accumulate wisdom, an immense library of experiences, lessons, and insights that younger people don't have. You can make decisions more confidently, weigh pros and cons more thoroughly, and solve problems based on your life's experiences. This is a result of the vast knowledge you've built up over the years. While the speed of recall may slow, the quality and depth of your thinking improve. In many ways, your brain becomes a more effective tool as it matures. It's like a fine wine. It may not be as fast as it used to be, but it's rich in flavor, complexity, and nuance. However, there are also aspects of cognitive decline that are not a natural part of aging, and that should not be ignored. These include things like memory loss, confusion, significant mood shifts, or difficulty concentrating to the point where it interferes with daily life. It's important to differentiate between normal age-related changes and something more serious, such as the early stages of cognitive impairment or dementia, memory loss that affects your ability to function, forgetfulness that becomes more frequent or disruptive, and confusion that doesn't clear up after a moment are all signs that warrant a closer look from a healthcare professional. One of the most concerning aspects of aging that people often worry about is Alzheimer's disease or other forms of dementia. While it's true that the risk of cognitive decline increases as we get older, it's also important to remember that not everyone will develop dementia, and there are things you can do to protect your brain. Just because you experience some age-related memory changes doesn't mean you are destined to face a serious neurodegenerative condition. The key is understanding the difference between natural age-related cognitive slowing and signs of something that needs attention. It's also important to remember that your brain is capable of remarkable adaptability, thanks to neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself, form new neural connections, and create new pathways in response to learning, experience, and stimulation. This process happens throughout your life, and it's especially powerful in later years when the right activities and habits are in place. Neuroplasticity is essentially the brain's way of rewiring itself to accommodate new information, adapt to changing circumstances, and maintain its efficiency. The more you engage your mind, the more you stimulate the growth of new neural connections, which can help keep your brain functioning at a high level. The idea that neuroplasticity is only relevant when you're young is a misconception. It's a lifelong process, and as you get older, your brain still has the ability to adapt and grow. The key is to keep challenging your brain and exposing it to new experiences. This could mean learning new skills, exploring new hobbies, or engaging in cognitive exercises that push your brain to think in different ways. For example, learning a new language, taking up a musical instrument, or tackling complex puzzles can all promote neuroplasticity and help keep your mind agile and sharp. Another misconception is that once you reach a certain age, your brain plasticity becomes limited or diminishes significantly. This is simply not true. While the process of neuroplasticity may slow somewhat as we age, it's still very much active. Studies have shown that older adults can experience the benefits of neuroplasticity just as much as younger people, as long as they actively engage in stimulating activities. This is a critical point to understand because it means that even if you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, you can still take steps to improve and protect your brain health. The beauty of neuroplasticity is that it's within your control. You don't need a magic pill or secret formula to activate it. It's all about consistently making choices that engage your brain, keep it active, and challenge it to grow. Whether it's solving a difficult puzzle, reading a challenging book, or picking up a new skill, the act of learning and stretching your brain capacity can help keep it resilient as you age. Now, there's an important concept to touch on here. Normal age-related changes versus abnormal changes. The line between the two can sometimes be blurry, but there are some key things to watch out for. Normal age-related changes tend to be gradual and not disruptive to your daily life. You may have a harder time recalling a name or might need a moment to remember where you left something, but you're still able to function well. Abnormal changes, on the other hand, tend to be more sudden, more severe, and interfere with your ability to live independently. If you start noticing significant memory loss, confusion, or difficulty performing everyday tasks, it's time to seek professional advice. Remember, your brain is a lifelong companion. As we age, it's true that things change, but it's also true that you have the power to protect and enhance your brain health. Embrace the changes with a positive mindset. It's not about staying young. It's about staying sharp, engaged, and empowered. You can't stop the years, but you can outsmart them. And the sooner you start, the better. Whether it's through engaging activities, healthy habits, or simply changing your perspective on aging, you can set your brain up for success in years to come. So, take a deep breath, trust in your brain's ability to adapt, and know that you have everything you need to keep your mind sharp and your focus clear, no matter what your age. When it comes to maintaining a sharp and healthy brain as we age, what we put into our bodies plays a monumental role. The foods we consume and the supplements we take have the potential to either nourish our brain and support its functions or contribute to cognitive decline if we're not mindful of what we're eating. It's not about making drastic, impossible changes overnight, but rather about building habits that nourish your brain on a daily basis. The right diet can have a profound effect on everything from memory retention to mood stability to long-term cognitive health. One of the most powerful dietary strategies for brain health is following the MIND diet. The MIND diet is specifically designed to help protect the brain from age-related diseases like Alzheimer's and to boost cognitive function as we get older. The MIND diet is a combination of two highly researched diets, the Mediterranean diet and the DASH dietary approaches to stop hypertension diet. Both of these diets are proven to support cardiovascular health, which in turn has a direct impact on brain health. The MIND diet emphasizes foods that are rich in nutrients and antioxidants. These are the foods that support the brain's ability to function optimally, fight off inflammation, and repair damage. The key foods in the MIND diet include leafy green vegetables, berries, nuts, whole grains, fish, and olive oil. These foods provide essential vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats that the brain needs to thrive. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and broccoli are rich in folate, which plays a key role in cognitive function. Folate helps reduce the level of homocysteine in the blood, a substance that in high levels has been linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. These vegetables are also packed with antioxidants, which protect the brain from oxidative stress and inflammation, two major contributors to cognitive decline. Berries, especially blueberries, are often hailed as one of the best foods for the brain. They're rich in flavonoids, antioxidants that have been shown to improve memory, reduce oxidative stress, and protect against inflammation. Studies have shown that consuming berries regularly can actually help slow the cognitive aging process and preserve brain function. If you can, try to include a handful of berries in your daily diet, whether as a snack or in smoothies, oatmeal, or salads. Fish, particularly fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, is another cornerstone of the mind diet. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for brain health. Omega-3s have been shown to improve memory, support mood stability, and protect against cognitive decline. If you're not a fan of fish, you can also get omega-3s from plant-based sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. Omega-3 fatty acids help reduce inflammation in the brain and are essential for maintaining the integrity of brain cells and promoting optimal communication between neurons. Olive oil, a key part of the Mediterranean diet, is another brain-boosting food. It's rich in monounsaturated fats, which are known to reduce inflammation and protect brain cells. Extra virgin olive oil, in particular, is loaded with polyphenol, plant compounds that have powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Regular consumption of olive oil has been linked to improved cognitive function and a reduced risk of Alzheimer's disease. In addition to these brain-healthy foods, the Mind diet also emphasizes the importance of limiting or avoiding certain foods that can negatively impact brain health. One of the biggest culprits is sugar. High blood sugar levels, often a result of a diet high in refined carbohydrates and sugary foods, have been linked to an increased risk of cognitive decline. When we consume too much sugar, it can cause inflammation in the brain, which damages brain cells and impairs communication between neurons. Over time, this can lead to memory loss and other cognitive issues. Processed foods are another group of foods to watch out for. These foods often contain unhealthy fats, excessive sodium, and artificial additives that can contribute to brain inflammation and impair cognitive function. Trans fats, found in many processed and fried foods, are particularly harmful to the brain. They have been shown to increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. Avoiding highly processed foods and focusing on whole, nutrient-dense options is essential for protecting your brain health. Alcohol, when consumed in excess, can also be damaging to the brain. While a small glass of wine here and there may have some health benefits due to antioxidants, excessive alcohol consumption has been shown to increase the risk of cognitive decline and dementia. Heavy drinking can cause brain shrinkage, interfere with memory and learning, and increase the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Moderation is key when it comes to alcohol. Beyond just food, hydration plays a crucial role in brain health. Dehydration can impair cognitive function, reduce focus and attention, and increase the risk of confusion or memory problems. The brain is made up of about 75% water, so it's no surprise that staying hydrated is vital for keeping it in top shape. Aim to drink plenty of water throughout the day to support brain function. If plain water doesn't excite you, try infusing it with fresh fruits or herbs like lemon, cucumber, or mint for a refreshing twist. Another important factor to consider when it comes to supporting brain health is gut health. Research has shown that the gut and the brain are closely connected through the gut-brain axis, a communication network that links the gastrointestinal system to the brain. A healthy gut can positively influence cognitive function, mood, and mental clarity. On the flip side, an unhealthy gut can contribute to brain fog, depression, and cognitive decline. To support a healthy gut, focus on eating foods that promote a healthy microbiome, like fermented foods, such as yogurt, kimchi, and sauerkraut, fiber-rich vegetables, and whole grains. In addition to a healthy diet, there are several natural supplements that can help support brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids, as mentioned earlier, are essential for maintaining cognitive function and protecting the brain from age-related decline. If you're not getting enough omega-3s from food sources, a high-quality supplement may be beneficial. Always consult with your doctor before starting any supplement regimen. Curcumin, the active compound found in turmeric, is another supplement worth considering. Curcumin has powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that help protect the brain from damage. Studies have shown that curcumin can improve memory and cognitive function, and it may also help reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. You can consume turmeric in your cooking or take it as a supplement, but again, check with your doctor to determine the right dosage. Vitamin B12 is another crucial nutrient for brain health. As we age, our bodies can become less efficient at absorbing B12 from food, which can lead to deficiencies that affect memory, mood, and cognitive function. If you're not getting enough B12 from your diet, a supplement may be beneficial. Vitamin B12 plays a key role in the production of red blood cells and the maintenance of the nervous system, making it essential for brain health. While diet and supplements play a huge role in brain health, it's important to remember that food alone won't protect you from cognitive decline. It's the combination of healthy eating, regular physical activity, mental stimulation, and emotional wellness that creates the foundation for a sharp, resilient brain. A brain-healthy lifestyle isn't about strict diets or extreme changes. It's about making small, sustainable adjustments that you can integrate into your life. By focusing on nutrient-dense foods that support brain health, avoiding harmful substances like excess sugar and alcohol, and taking steps to maintain gut health, you can create an environment in which your brain can thrive. Your diet is one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your brain and keep it sharp for years to come. And the best part is that it's never too late to start making these changes. Every positive choice you make today can have a lasting impact on your brain health tomorrow. So, start by making small adjustments to your eating habits and watch as your brain becomes stronger, clearer, and more focused over time. When it comes to keeping your mind sharp as you age, what you do on a daily basis can have a profound impact on how well your brain functions. Just like any other part of your body, your brain thrives when it's regularly engaged and well-maintained. The habits you develop in your daily life can either support your brain's long-term health or contribute to cognitive decline. The great news is that there are several simple, accessible, and effective habits that can help you keep your mind sharp, focused, and resilient no matter your age. These habits don't require dramatic lifestyle changes, but can lead to significant improvements in your cognitive abilities. First and foremost, let's talk about sleep. As you age, your sleep patterns can change. You may find yourself waking up earlier or having trouble staying asleep through the night. Yet, despite these changes, sleep remains one of the most critical factors for brain health. Sleep is when your brain does a lot of its repair work, consolidates memories, and flushes out toxins that can accumulate during the day. Without adequate sleep, your brain struggles to function at its best, affecting everything from your ability to focus to your emotional stability. One of the most important aspects of sleep is deep, restorative sleep, known as slow-wave sleep. During this stage of sleep, your brain consolidates memories, strengthens learning, and refreshes itself. If you're not getting enough of this deep sleep, it can result in brain fog, reduced memory, and even mood swings. Ensuring you're getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night is vital for maintaining a sharp mind. To improve your sleep quality, try establishing a relaxing bedtime routine, limiting screen time in the hour or two before bed, and making your sleep environment as comfortable as possible. Regular physical activity during the day, even something as simple as a walk, can also help improve your sleep at night. Exercise is another cornerstone of a brain-healthy lifestyle. It's well established that regular physical activity benefits the brain in numerous ways. Exercise boosts blood flow to the brain, increases the production of neurotrophic factors, which support the growth of new brain cells, and enhances the brain's ability to adapt and form new neural connections. Aerobic exercises like walking, running, cycling, or swimming are especially beneficial for brain health. These exercises increase heart rate, which pumps more oxygen and nutrients to the brain, supporting its growth and vitality. In addition to aerobic exercises, strength training has been shown to improve cognitive function as well. Lifting weights or engaging in resistance exercises can increase the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that plays a critical role in brain plasticity, memory, and learning. Strength training has also been linked to improved mood and reduced anxiety, both of which can have a positive impact on cognitive function. Whether you're walking every day or hitting the gym, regular exercise is an essential part of maintaining a sharp and healthy brain. Beyond exercise, mental stimulation is equally important. Just like your muscles, Your brain needs to be exercised to stay strong and agile. Engaging in mentally stimulating activities helps to keep your brain active and promotes neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself and form new neural connections. One of the best ways to keep your brain sharp is to engage in learning new skills or taking on challenges that force your brain to think in different ways. For example, learning a new language can be an incredibly effective way to boost cognitive function. Not only does it challenge your brain to learn new vocabulary and grammar rules, but also requires you to form new connections between words, sounds, and meanings. Similarly, picking up a musical instrument or learning how to play a new sport can provide the same mental stimulation. These activities engage multiple areas of your brain, including memory, coordination, and concentration, helping to strengthen cognitive abilities and slow down age-related cognitive decline. Even if learning something new seems daunting, there are plenty of more accessible activities you can do that will still engage your mind. Reading books, solving puzzles, playing chess, or doing crossword puzzles are all excellent ways to challenge your brain. But it's not just about passive activities like reading or watching TV. It's about actively engaging with the material. Instead of just passively reading a book, try discussing it with others, taking notes, or summarizing what you've read. This active approach helps to deepen your understanding and reinforce the information in your memory. One of the most overlooked aspects of brain health is the power of routine. Establishing a daily routine provides structure, reduces mental fatigue, and helps your brain stay focused. When you know what to expect throughout your day, your brain can allocate its energy to more important tasks instead of constantly switching between different demands and decision-making processes. A routine can also help reduce stress and anxiety, which are known to negatively impact cognitive function. For example, a simple morning routine that includes a healthy breakfast, a brisk walk, and a moment of mindfulness can set the tone for a productive and focused day. Speaking of mindfulness, practicing mindfulness techniques, such as meditation or deep breathing exercises, can also have a profound impact on brain health. Meditation, in particular, has been shown to increase the thickness of the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for decision-making, problem-solving, and emotional regulation. Regular meditation practice can reduce stress, improve focus and concentration, and enhance your ability to cope with the demands of daily life. Mindfulness techniques also help improve working memory and executive function, both of which are crucial for cognitive performance as we age. Journaling is another simple yet powerful habit to keep your mind sharp. Writing regularly allows you to reflect on your thoughts, clarify your goals, and express your emotions. It has been shown to improve memory, reduce stress, and enhance problem-solving skills. Whether you write about your day, jot down your dreams, or reflect on your thoughts, journaling can be an excellent way to engage your mind, reduce mental clutter, and stay mentally sharp. In addition to these mental exercises, there's also something to be said for the power of social connection. Humans are social creatures, and meaningful social interactions can have a significant impact on brain health. Studies have shown that loneliness and social isolation are associated with a higher risk of cognitive decline, while strong social connections can help protect the brain and support mental clarity. Engaging with others not only provides emotional support, but it also helps keep your brain active. Conversations, group activities, and even casual interactions all stimulate different parts of your brain and improve memory, learning, and problem-solving abilities. It's important to note that mental challenges don't need to be limited to traditional brain games like Sudoku or crossword puzzles. The real-world challenges of everyday life, such as managing a budget, telling a story, or solving problems at work, can be just as effective in keeping your mind sharp. These activities engage the brain in ways that are not only mentally stimulating, but also emotionally rewarding, as they help you feel a sense of accomplishment and purpose. The power of consistency cannot be overstated. Just like with physical exercise, the more consistently you engage in mentally stimulating activities, the more benefits you'll see over time. The key is to incorporate these habits into your daily life in a way that feels natural and enjoyable. Whether it's spending 10 minutes a day on a crossword puzzle, setting aside time for a walk, or meditating for a few minutes before bed. These small, consistent habits can add up to significant cognitive benefits in the long run. The best part about these brain-boosting habits is that they're accessible to everyone, no matter your age, physical ability, or lifestyle. You don't need to be a genius or have a lot of free time to improve your brain health. By taking small steps each day to challenge your mind, improve your physical health, and cultivate healthy routines, you can keep your brain sharp and resilient for years to come. In the end, it's not about trying to preserve a younger version of yourself. It's about embracing the potential of your mind at every stage of life. So, take charge of your brain health today and continue nurturing your mind as you move forward in life. As we age, it's not just our physical bodies that need attention. It's our emotional and social well-being as well. Often overlooked, emotional wellness and strong social connections play an enormous role in maintaining cognitive health and overall brain function. The brain, after all, is not just a complex organ that processes information. It's deeply connected to our emotions, relationships, and sense of purpose. A life filled with meaningful emotional experiences and supportive social ties can help protect your brain from cognitive decline, foster resilience in the face of challenges, and keep your mind sharp well into your later years. One of the most profound impacts on cognitive health in older adults is loneliness. As we age, we may experience periods of isolation due to retirement, the loss of a spouse or friends, or the physical limitations that come with getting older. The connection between loneliness and cognitive decline is well documented. Studies show that loneliness can shrink the brain, particularly in areas responsible for memory and learning. It can also increase the risk of depression and anxiety, both of which have a negative impact on cognitive function. The feeling of isolation can contribute to a sense of emotional numbness, making it harder to stay engaged with life, pursue new activities, or even maintain mental clarity. But there's hope. Research shows that strong social connections can actually improve brain function and protect against cognitive decline. Having a network of close relationships, whether it's family, friends, or a community of like-minded individuals, provides both emotional support and mental stimulation. Regular interaction with others keeps the brain active, requiring it to process information, engage in problem-solving, and exercise social skills. This engagement helps to preserve neural pathways, boost memory, and maintain sharp thinking. In addition to offering emotional and mental support, social connection also provides a sense of purpose. Having relationships and engagements that make us feel valued and connected is a key aspect of maintaining emotional wellness. Whether it's volunteering, participating in group activities, or just maintaining regular communication with loved ones, social interaction gives us reasons to keep moving forward, both physically and mentally. Purpose is essential, especially in the later years. When we feel connected to others and to something larger than ourselves, we are motivated to take care of our mental and physical health. The sense of purpose that arises from meaningful relationships or pursuits can protect against depression, anxiety, and feelings of despair, emotions that can contribute to cognitive decline. It's important to actively cultivate social connections. It's easy to slip into isolation, especially if you've experienced losses or if physical limitations make it more challenging to stay socially active. However, staying engaged with the world around you is crucial. Start by reaching out to friends and family. A phone call, video chat, or even an in-person visit can go a long way in maintaining strong connections. If your social circle has become smaller, consider joining community groups, taking class, or participating in local events. Many communities offer senior programs or meetups for people in similar life stages, providing opportunities to form new friendships, share experiences, and feel part of something larger. Technology can also play a huge role in staying socially connected. While it may seem daunting at first, digital tools like video calls, social media, and online communities can help you stay in touch with family and friends, especially if they live far away. It's easier than ever to stay connected with people you care about, regardless of physical distance. Even learning to use technology can provide cognitive stimulation, engaging different parts of your brain as you master new skills. Many older adults who embrace technology report feeling more connected to the world, leading to increased feelings of fulfillment, joy, and cognitive resilience. Another powerful tool for emotional wellness is stress management. Chronic stress is one of the most detrimental factors for brain health. The prolonged release of stress hormones like cortisol can damage brain cells, shrink brain areas involved in memory, and increase the risk of mental health issues, such as depression and anxiety. It can also impair decision-making, focus, and the ability to regulate emotions. Long-term stress can lead to what's known as cognitive burnout, where you feel mentally drained, unable to concentrate, and emotionally overwhelmed. Fortunately, there are numerous ways to manage stress effectively, many of which are simple and accessible. One of the most beneficial practices for stress management is deep breathing exercises. Deep breathing helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation and calming the body's stress response. Techniques like diaphragmatic breathing, where you focus on breathing deeply into your belly, can help lower heart rate, reduce anxiety, and relax the mind. Setting aside time each day to practice deep breathing, whether it's 5 minutes in the morning, during a break at work, or before bed, can make a significant difference in reducing overall stress levels and enhancing cognitive function. Mindfulness and meditation are also powerful tools for managing stress and promoting emotional well-being. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment without judgment and has been shown to improve brain function, particularly in areas related to attention and emotional regulation. Regular mindfulness practice can reduce stress, increase self-awareness, and improve memory and focus. Meditation has a similar effect, with research showing that regular meditation can actually increase the thickness of the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for executive functions such as decision-making, problem-solving, and emotional control. By incorporating mindfulness practices into your routine, you're giving your brain the tools it needs to stay sharp and emotionally balanced. Spending time in nature is another powerful way to combat stress and boost mental health. Research has shown that spending time outdoors, especially in green spaces, can reduce cortisol levels, improve mood, and enhance cognitive function. Whether to walk in the park, hiking in the mountains, or simply sitting in the garden, time spent in nature has a calming, restorative effect on the brain. It's an excellent way to clear your mind, reconnect with yourself, and lower stress. Alongside managing stress, staying emotionally balanced requires maintaining healthy self-esteem and emotional resilience. Aging can bring with it challenges such as the loss of loved ones, changes in physical ability, or a shift in identity due to retirement or other life transitions. During these times, it's important to remember that your worth is not defined by your age, your physical abilities, or your current circumstances. Resilience is about bouncing back from adversity, learning from life's challenges, and finding new meaning in the later stages of life. One way to build emotional resilience is through self-compassion, being kind to yourself during difficult moments, and accepting that you're doing the best you can helps to cultivate emotional strength. This can be particularly important when it comes to mental health, reminding yourself that it's okay to not feel on top of the world all the time, and seeking support when needed helps you to maintain emotional balance. Building emotional resilience also involves embracing a growth mindset, the belief that you can continue to learn, adapt, and improve throughout life, regardless of your age or past experiences. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health, especially as you grow older. A proactive approach to emotional wellness includes talking about mental health without shame, acknowledging your feelings, and seeking help when needed. Many older adults experience mental health issues, such as depression or anxiety, and these can have a serious impact on cognitive function. If you notice changes in your mood, your ability to concentrate, or your energy levels, it's essential to address these changes early. Seeking support from a counselor, therapist, or support group can be incredibly helpful. There's no shame in asking for help. It's a sign of strength and a key to maintaining mental clarity and emotional wellness. Finally, it's important to recognize that emotional wellness and mental health are not only about managing stress or maintaining a positive mindset. They're also about creating joy and meaning in your life. Participating in activities that bring you happiness, whether it's a hobby, spending time with loved ones, or contributing to a cause you care about, helps you stay emotionally engaged and cognitively active. Doing things that make you feel fulfilled and connected to the world around you gives you a sense of purpose and satisfaction, which can have a lasting impact on your brain health. Emotional wellness is a vital component of maintaining a sharp, resilient mind as you age. By nurturing social connections, managing stress, embracing emotional resilience, and seeking fulfillment, you can keep your brain engaged, emotionally balanced, and ready to thrive. The power to protect your cognitive health is not just in what you eat or how much you exercise. It's in the relationships you cultivate, the mindset you adopt, and the joy you create in your life. By taking care of your emotional well-being, you're not just protecting your brain. You're enhancing your entire experience of life, ensuring that every stage of your journey is one of fulfillment, growth, and vitality. As we reach the end of this journey together, it's important to take a step back and reflect on the powerful tools we discussed to support and nurture the sharpness of your mind. These practices are not about trying to stop the aging process. They are about embracing it with strength, wisdom, and a deep sense of purpose. Aging is a natural part of life, and while we cannot turn back the clock, we can certainly outsmart it. The strategies we've explored will help you not only maintain your mental clarity, but also expand it, allowing your brain to continue evolving and thriving well into your later years. Throughout this video, we've discussed the essential components that keep your brain in optimal condition: habits, foods, mental challenges, emotional wellness, and social connections. The idea is not to follow every piece of advice perfectly or become overwhelmed by the thought of implementing all of these habits immediately. It's about choosing what resonates with you and taking small, consistent steps toward better brain health each day. Whether you begin by introducing more brain-healthy foods into your diet, getting a little more sleep, engaging in an enjoyable mental challenge, or simply making time to connect with others, each step contributes to a larger goal: a sharp, resilient, and empowered mind. The most empowering takeaway from everything we've covered today is the simple truth that you have control. You may not be able to control every aspect of aging, but you do have the power to make choices that impact how you feel, how you think, and how you interact with the world around you. By adopting a brain-healthy lifestyle, you are giving yourself the best chance to age not just with grace, but with strength and mental clarity. When it comes to nutrition, the foods you choose to nourish your body are far more powerful than most people realize. The Mediterranean and Mind diets, packed with leafy greens, berries, fish, and healthy fats, provide the nutrients your brain needs to function at its best. These foods help reduce inflammation, boost memory, and protect against cognitive decline. Hydration and gut health, too, play a role in ensuring that your brain stays sharp. These are simple yet impactful changes you can make in your life that will have long-term effects on your cognitive abilities. Remember, your mind thrives when it's regularly challenged and engaged. Activities like learning a new language, taking up a musical instrument, solving puzzles, or even navigating complex real-life tasks such as managing your finances or telling stories. All of these mental challenges help maintain neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to adapt and form new connections, and it doesn't fade with age. In fact, the more you engage in mental exercises, the stronger your brain becomes. It's never too late to start learning something new, and the benefits extend far beyond just your brain health. These challenges provide a sense of purpose, boost confidence, and offer a sense of accomplishment, all of which contribute to your emotional and mental well-being. Sleep is often one of the most overlooked yet vital components of brain health. When you prioritize sleep, your brain gets the opportunity to reset and rejuvenate. This is when memories are consolidated, toxic waste products are cleared away, and the body heals itself. If you find that sleep is becoming a challenge, there are plenty of small adjustments you can make, like setting a consistent bedtime, limiting screen time before bed, and creating a peaceful sleep environment that will improve both the quality and quantity of your sleep. The link between physical activity and brain health is irrefutable. Regular exercise, especially aerobic activities, boosts blood flow to the brain, encourages the production of brain-boosting chemicals, and improves overall cognitive function. Strength training also plays a critical role in protecting against cognitive decline. It's not just about keeping your body strong. It's about keeping your mind strong, too. The more you move, the more you stimulate brain activity, which in turn helps you stay sharp, alert, and focused. On the emotional side, your mental and emotional health plays just as important a role in keeping your brain sharp as any physical practice. Managing stress through mindfulness and meditation, engaging in deep breathing exercises, and finding ways to stay emotionally grounded are all ways to support your brain. Stress, especially chronic stress, can cause lasting damage to the brain, impairing memory and cognition. But by actively working to reduce stress, you can ensure that your brain stays as resilient as possible. It's also important to recognize and address your emotional needs. Mental health is just as important as physical health, and there's no shame in seeking support when you need it. Whether it's therapy, talking with loved ones, or participating in a support group, there are countless resources available to help you navigate the emotional landscape of aging. Loneliness can be one of the greatest threats to both your emotional well-being and cognitive health. It is essential to nurture meaningful relationships and maintain social connections throughout your life. Engaging in activities that bring you joy, connecting with others, and staying involved in your community helps keep your brain active and your emotions balanced. The simple act of having someone to talk to can make a huge difference in both your cognitive function and your overall mental health. The importance of staying purpose-driven cannot be overstated. Purpose acts as the fuel that drives your desire to stay healthy, stay engaged, and continue living with vitality. Whether it's caring for a pet, volunteering, pursuing a hobby, or staying involved in your community, having a sense of purpose gives you a reason to wake up each day and engage with the world. It encourages you to continue learning, growing, and evolving. Purpose connects you to something greater than yourself, and that connection is essential for both emotional and cognitive health. In closing, remember that the brain is not something you lose with age. It's something you nurture, grow, and expand. Just like muscles get stronger with regular exercise, your brain becomes sharper with consistent care and attention. The habits and strategies you adopt today will not only improve your current cognitive abilities, but will also set you up for success in the future. Aging doesn't mean slowing down. It means adapting, evolving, and finding new ways to live with vitality. By focusing on nutrition, mental challenges, physical activity, emotional wellness, and social connections, you are giving yourself the tools to age with power, grace, and resilience. You are showing yourself that while the years may pass, your brain is capable of so much more. It can grow, adapt, and thrive. It can remain sharp and focused, no matter what stage of life you are in. So, as we close this chapter, I encourage you to take the lessons you've learned here and apply them to your life. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Your brain is ready, and with the right care, it can continue to evolve and flourish in ways you might never have imagined. Your journey toward a sharp, resilient, and empowered mind is just beginning, and I am confident that with patience, consistency, and dedication, you will continue to thrive at every stage of your life. If you found this information valuable, consider sharing it with someone you care about. Remember, you don't have to go on this journey alone. There's always strength in community, and the more we support one another, the stronger we become. And stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll explore how to build lasting friendships and stay socially active after 50. Because after all, a strong social network is an essential part of staying sharp and thriving.